long tip. I put a small bit. This is the bigger bit I did after, but I got this long, it's got to be 16-inch or something like that, extension bit for the drill. But first I drilled, I'll show you in a moment, I drilled with the small, like a 1/8 bit, probably a little smaller. Then I went a little bigger to recess the head of the screw. And then to ratchet the screw in, I had a long extension here. I got some tape on the end, but believe it or not, there we go. There's a Phillips head on the end of this long ratchet. So I was able. So what I did next, I had to get up inside this box. Let me see if I can get the camera up in there. And what do we see? Not what I want to see. Where is... Oh, I see the problem. Alright, what I'm going to do is start the vehicle. And I'm going to lower the door like I had the AC, because the AC closes the back half off. So I'm going to fire it up, and then you can see where I put a screw. So I know that stud, that from the module or activator, whatever you want to call it, doesn't back out, because that's the problem. That thing slides out, the whole door falls off, and that's when you have a problem. Okay, so I'm going to fire the vehicle up. Now, this thing was on max AC. Max. Hold on a sec. No, it's not on. It's under frost right now. Okay, so I'm going to put it back to max AC. And the door is shifted back, but I'll show you in a moment. It does work. Okay, so let's get this back up in there. I'm looking for a screw. The screw, I think you see it there. There's a screw on the top corner of that door. Got basically the light, well, I'm trying to shine it on it. Put a little screw up in there. Gotta drill it out. But I'll show you again. I only got two hands here. I fixed the door. A door that was laying down. Get the camera up in there. Trying, this is not working. Can't get the light. Oh boy. I can't work the controller at the same time. Let me try this way. Hang on a sec. We're still working at it. Okay, anyway, there's the door. I'm gonna put my hand on this and I'm gonna turn it back and forth. So let's go back to the door. You can also see it up above moving. There you go. Okay, so the door is working. Everything looks good. So now I just got to finish putting it back together. But I did it all through this little hole here. Just pry it open. And like I say, you take the door right out. I seen there was no damage. Obviously the left side pin slipped out at that modular, and the right side just has a pin way up in there that it pivots on. But you get the door back up there, reach your hand way in this left side, first you might want to push that bigger pin out on the left so you can get the door up in there, and then reach up there and try and push it in. Like I said, I had it totally fall out on me, but I was able to wiggle it back in with my fingers, you know, working up there with also, as I think I released the line. I released that white line, the white line back there, and that made that modular free. It wasn't air pressure holding it one way. And then, like I said, once I got the door in, I felt confident it was in. Then I reached my hand up there again, made sure that wasn't popping out, and turned this back and forth. So the door was working correctly. I just locked it on max A, which closed the door. Yeah, max AC, and that closed the door just the way it is now. It's all the way closed. It's all the way closed for AC. It doesn't want to let any fresh air in. Then I had to get up there and drill. I used a small bit and long extension, rigged something up, drilled it out, put a screw in, and it's beautiful. It's ready to go. So I just got finished putting it back together. What I stuck in there, I had to hold down, my fingers in the way again. I stuck a little, where the heck is it? Hold on, there we go. It's just a fine thread drywall screw. Fine thread, and I had a 3/4. This is actually the 3/4. I put that in there, but I actually went all the way through that hinge area where I was locking, and I went a little too far. Then when I tested it, the door wouldn't move, so that told me I was too deep and I was screwing into the outer box. So I backed it off, and then it wouldn't open all the way. So then what I did, I had another one that was a little longer. This was a 3/4 inch, and I cut the other one. I cut the other one just with a pair of pliers. This pair of pliers here with these cutters will cut the screw. And I cut it to about a 1/2 inch long. Cut it to about 1/2 inch long, and you know, I started the first one, so that gave me the point to get it in there, the drill bit, plus I got it started, already got threads in the plastic. And then I cut the other one and drove that one in, and that one set more flush and it didn't go through. And that's it. I'm excited because I've been working on this vehicle, fixing all kinds of things wrong with it, and I sensed there was something wrong with the heat. I couldn't figure it out, but the vents weren't blowing out strong because that door was laying in the bottom of that box and restricting my airflow. I haven't tried the actual vents yet, but I know they're going to work nice. I don't have my fan on, so my fan's not plugged in, so that ain't going to work. So I'm going to just put this back together. Hold on. Let me throw this up there for now. But like I said, these are all the basic tools I used. I tried fishing it with trying to get the door up there with a co-hanger, you know, basically putting the door up in an angle. And sometimes I had to pull the door towards me, so I had to use a co-hanger to reach in there and grab the door. And that, but that didn't work. You're best backing off that left pin, the left side of the pin, and putting the door up in there. And like I said, work that pin in, make sure it's working, lock it on max AC, shut the vehicle down, everything, and then drill it out, put that screw in, and then it won't fall apart again. Because there's some kind of plastic piece in that larger side of the door that locks together, and that plastic piece breaks, and you have to take the whole dash apart. I heard 9 hours to dismantle it and all that, but this definitely took me a couple hours. But it's the answer to anybody that's having this problem. All you are is working through that little hole, lots of patience. Now I'm going to take my wedges out. I have a tool in there wedging it open. A screwdriver on this side. Once I pull that out, I'll close it up, put the screws back in. There's like 4 screws here, and go back under here, Pop this antenna wire back up. Then put the heater fan back in, lower motor, which I got over here. Put that back in, and that's it. I'm excited. It's getting a little discouraged, but some patience, and I fixed the problem. Okay, any questions, let me know.